Let's talk about gerrymandering. What is gerrymandering? Politicians who engage in gerrymandering are drawing legislative boundaries in a way that increases their chance or their party's chance of winning election. Here's an example. Suppose a state consists of 25 regions. 10 overwhelmingly support the Aqua Party and 15 overwhelmingly support the Yellow Party, as shown here. We need to divvy up these 25 regions into 5 districts, each containing 5 regions. How would we do this if we wanted to maximize the number of districts controlled by the Yellow Party? We'd start with this and end up with something like this. Because notice, for example, this district, it has 2 Aqua Party regions, but it has 3 Yellow Party regions. So this district is dominated by the Yellow Party, and this will be a Yellow Party district. And in fact, it looks like all 5 districts are going to be controlled by the Yellow Party. How would we do this? How would we divvy up the map if we wanted to maximize the number of districts controlled by the Aqua Party? We'd start with this, and we could do something like this. Notice this district, for example, has 3 Aqua Party regions and 2 Yellow Party regions. So this is probably going to be an Aqua Party district. They will end up sending an Aqua Party representative to the legislature. Ditto with this district, ditto with this district. So it looks like the Yellow Party has only these 2 districts. Notice that by changing the boundaries, we went from 5 yellow representatives to just 2 yellow representatives, and then 3 Aqua. Here are some gerrymandering techniques. I think you can probably guess what they are based on the examples we've seen. It all comes down to packing and cracking. Packing means packing your opponent's supporters into a small number of districts. That's what the Aqua Party did to the Yellow Party here. This region, for example, or these 5 regions, this district, heavily Yellow Party, and ditto with this one. But because they're all crammed into those 2 districts, that means these other 3 districts are going to be Aqua Party districts. Cracking. Cracking means cracking apart your opponent's supporters so that your opponents have less than a majority in each district. Here's an example. That's what the Yellow Party did to the Aqua Party in this example. Even though there are 10 Aqua Party regions, their strength is diluted because they're divvied up between the 5 districts. And so there's no district where the Aqua Party has a majority. Therefore, the Yellow Party is dominating. Another gerrymandering technique is pitting incumbents against each other. Let's come up with a different example. Suppose we have a map that looks like this. We have 5 districts. And let's say these are the, a red party and a green party. So the green party has a 3-2 edge in this map. This is what the current map looks like. And this would be a new map that's drawn by the green party. Oh, what a coincidence! This map pits the 2 incumbents against each other, so that in the future, those 2 red party incumbents, they can't both be in the legislature. So one of them maybe will retire, one of them will seek another office, whatever the case. Maybe they'll duke it out in a primary. But regardless, you can't have both red party legislators in the legislature at the same time. Here's another thing the Green Party can do. They can move an incumbent out of district. This guy used to be in the district, but now he's not in the district anymore. Just the boundary has been slightly altered so that now he's lost his base of support. Yeah, so it's possible that this Green Party candidate will be ousted by the Red Party candidate, but it's unlikely because this fellow lost all of his supporters here, his base of support, and so now he's probably just going to have to leave the legislature. You might think that this is an unrealistic example, kind of cheesy, that no party would ever do that. But wait till you see these real-life examples of gerrymandering. This is Ohio's 3rd Congressional District. It stretches out for over 100 miles along Lake Erie. A more extreme example is Maryland's 3rd Congressional District. Holy cow! Gee, you have to wonder why they did this. Little suspect. This is crazy. Look at this. It looks like it's about 1 street wide over here. And how are these 2 connected? They're connected across the water. That's so goofy. Here's some disadvantages of gerrymandering. First, there's a lack of accountability for incumbents. Suppose we have the map that we looked at earlier. This Yellow Party candidate is probably going to win the election. It's very difficult for an Aqua Party candidate to oust the yellow party candidate. And in fact, unless the yellow party candidate dies or has some scandal, or maybe faces a strong challenger in the primary, it's going to be difficult to oust this yellow party candidate from this office. It's also undemocratic because people should be choosing their representatives. We shouldn't have a situation where representatives are choosing their people, where representatives are choosing their constituents. Here's some solutions. Prohibit it through legislation, although the legislature might like gerrymandering because they like being in office, so you might have to go with a referendum instead. You could sue in court. There are some limits to gerrymandering. You can't do it on a racial basis, but even though I've said there are limits, there are some pretty wild things that are still legal, at least according to the Supreme Court, with gerrymandering. Or you could create nonpartisan or bipartisan commissions to draw the maps. That's what's been done in California, Arizona, Colorado, Michigan, and it results in a lot less gerrymandering. Surprise, surprise. Where does the word gerrymandering come from? Elbridge Gerry was the governor of Massachusetts in the early 1800s. His party redrew the maps for state Senate districts. Critics noted that one strangely shaped district looked like a salamander, so they called the whole process of redrawing political boundaries to your own political party's advantage gerrymandering.